何？お前はもう死んでいる。
One last video, before my exam at least. I've done this twice before. Although I started this channel/brand in March of 2021, I didn't upload anything noteworthy until maybe May of 2021, which was after my first CPA exam. I took time off my second CPA exam, which was in late September of 2021, but I didn't do a YouTube hiatus update since I had no audience then. I did a hiatus update in the first semester of 2022 before my third CPA exam, and I noticed a decent drop off in views after that, but I'm presuming that's all due to the boys hopping off the whole binge watching self-improvement channels and actually going out there and putting in the work, since at that time I'd noticed a lot of other self-improvement channels popping up too. It's either that or the fact that I didn't upload for a while caused me to lose whatever algorithm wave I had going on. Sad reacts only. I also did a hiatus update before my fourth CPA exam too. So here's my hiatus update before my fifth CPA exam. Figured I wouldn't leave my audience in the dark, just letting you know I'm still putting in the work, but as mentioned in a few videos I've made recently, whenever I get close to an exam, I'll switch up my routine to focus towards the exam, as I obviously have limited time and resources I need to take away from other areas. So first place to take away from is the brand stat. The investor stat starts to drop soon too, like I'll listen to lectures instead of finance stuff. Then aesthetics, I stop going to the gym 2 to 3 weeks before an exam. I still eat decently healthy to keep me functioning optimally, but I will have study snacks. Then money, taking time off my second job. And hopefully all that is enough for me to pass the exam. If not, I failed the level. I failed the boss battle. Back to the checkpoint, my progress in this game of life stagnates in terms of my career. Hopefully, this won't be the case. So this exam is going to be rough. Not that the others weren't rough, but this one is especially rough. There's a lot of calculations that involve random nuanced bullshit, and this is also widely considered the hardest CPA Australia exam. The sixth and final CPA Australia exam is considered easier than this one, but you need to do the sixth exam last since it's like a capstone unit. You need to pass the other core exams before you enroll in that one, as far as I'm aware anyway. Hence why, about a month out, I'm going to start using my spare nights, aka nights where I'm not at the gym, exclusively for study. No more work on any videos until the exam is done. 2 to 3 weeks out from the exam day, I'll also completely stop gym. Depends how I feel. Some exams I stopped 2 weeks out, some exams I stopped 3 weeks out, but we shall see how the following weeks unfold. Oh, also, no social events or anything either. I had about 5 to 6 social events in the last 3 weeks, which is quite a lot for me, but all my friends know that I'm out of commission anytime near my exam. I can hang out all I want after the exam is done. If that one social event caused me to not understand one topic that ended up being a decent chunk of the exam, and not knowing that caused me to fail, I'd never get that out of my head. So I cut that shit at the roots. No social events anywhere near the exam. So that's my upcoming boss battle in my game of life. Just like many video games, once you've completed the level/levels, you need to defeat the boss before you move on to the next level. I've managed to conquer the levels so far this year, made pretty good progress in all of my stats, but this exam is a boss battle. It's not your standard level, unlike my average week. This isn't a level, it's a boss battle. It requires a different approach. It's shorter but way more intense than my standard week, and it's a lot easier to fail the boss battle than the standard level. I'll need to arm myself with as much knowledge as possible to give myself the best chances at defeating this boss. I have no idea what the RNG luck will be, that is the topics of the questions I'll focus on in the exam, but that's part of the game. I'll just need to prepare myself the best I can to give myself the best odds. So I'll provide a quick update on my game of life in my 5 main stats. For career, if you watch my most productive week ever video, you'll know I'm in the process of getting a promotion and a pay rise at my job. I've also done a fair bit of study for this exam, but obviously it's not enough. I need to do more. After this boss battle, assuming I pass, then obviously the first line there will come true. I'll have passed the exam. I imagine I'll receive my promotion and pay rise after the exam is done too. I believe my title may be finance manager, but we shall see. I hope that's it, because that's a pretty sweet job title. So for money, I have roughly $64,000 in cash. That doesn't include stuff like my retirement funds, stocks, real estate equity, etc. But this is parked away purely for my real estate, which is what I'll mention soon. And I earn about $98,000 per year between both of my jobs. It's more than this, but at the basic level, it's around $98,000. For my next level in this game of life, I'll likely need to take out $48,000 in cash for the remaining 15% of my land deposit, and then ideally I'll save up $60,000 for my house. Hopefully I'll need less, but I'm using this as a conservative guess. I already spoke about my raise at the office, but at the supermarket, the company I work for is currently in negotiations with a new agreement. They recently had a good earnings report, and given inflation here in Australia, the government may force the supermarket to pay higher wages. So perhaps I'll get another supermarket pay rise, like I did last year, but we'll see. And given a conservative guess with my new raise at the office, between both jobs, I'm expecting around $107,000 per year. I'm going to gun for more, but I'll be a little disappointed if the raise isn't at least $9,000. For aesthetics, I recently hit a combo of a low weigh-in I haven't had in years, coupled with the size I haven't had in years. Very nice, considering the leaps and bounds I made in other stats in my life too. I've also got a new routine. Yes, I've said this before, but this time I'm actually going to stick to a lean bulk, not a whatever bulk. My reasoning for being lax the last couple of years in terms of gym was, oh, well, I'm earning way more now than I used to, and I'm doing advanced study. Enough in my life is going well, so I don't need to worry too much about gym. But now I've realized, why not just be good at everything? Am I going to be perfect at everything? Hell no. The more you spread yourself across many things, the lower your ceiling of greatness for each of those areas is. I believe I have a good balance of all these areas though. But if I started to learn an instrument, for example, it would cause my other stats to dip. I'll never be a high-up executive at a large business due to the fact that I have this YouTube channel and a gym routine and my second job. Those high-up jobs require more than 40 hours a week. If you know any jobs like that only require 40 hours a week, please send them to me. But besides that, those jobs require a lot more of your time than I'm willing to dedicate to one stat. That's maximizing the career stat and culling other stats. This is something I've spoken about before, but I won't go into it further since I've already gotten off track. And the quicker I get this video out, the sooner I can focus on study. So we'll continue. The next level for aesthetics involves having bigger arms. I'll aim for roughly 200 grams as an average weight gain per week. This may change, but back in the day, I recall seeing many prominent fitness folk recommend 200 grams per week as a decent guideline for a lean bulk. But I'll brush up on that after the exam is done. And perhaps the literature has changed since then. I also haven't figured out how to use a derma roller for minoxidil, so I'll look at that after my exam. The derma roller is mentioned in the most productive week ever video. For the investor stat, land is going as planned, it's being worked on, and if you saw my 2023 goals video, you'll know that one of my investor goals was to find an options trading platform here in Australia, and I found one, but I haven't properly learned it yet. I'll work on that after my exam. Later down the track, I'll need to find a builder that can build me a 4-bedroom home too. No doubt this will require a lot of my time to find in this economy. For brand, one of my recent videos really took off, for my standard anyway. Gained a few new subs that pushed me over the 550 mark. Thanks all, I appreciate your support. Hopefully you continue to enjoy my content and hopefully you learn a lot from me. These goals are kinda ambitious and somewhat random figures I just chucked out, but it'd be nice having good growth across all platforms. I know some YouTubers I watch who have like barely any followers on other social media platforms. Conversely, you see Instagram accounts with heaps of followers but barely any YouTube subscribers. So here is an overall wrap up. To be honest, this is likely end of year goals, but I figure I'd mention it anyway. To give you all an idea of where I'm aiming for with these stats, if I'm a CPA accountant whose job title is finance manager by year's end, I'll have succeeded in this career stat category. $107,000 per year per annum I'd be pretty happy with, to be honest, but I'd really like $115,000 a year, but maybe that can come later on. I just think $115,000 or $120,000 is pretty cool to say. The aesthetic stat, 13% body fat isn't much fatter than I am now. I'm around 12%. I don't want it getting too out of hand. It's a lean bulk after all. And 81 kilos is conservative, but if I was to get much heavier quicker, it'd most likely be more fat. Minoxidil should have also done its thing by year's end, and 16.25 inch arms sounds realistic for my arm focus program, and it's also not an unrealistic goal for me from where I'm at in such a short time frame, which is the rest of this year. Plus, 16 plus inch arms are generally considered big. Investor stat, I've already talked about. And lastly, I've also kind of already talked about brand. Prominent content creator on FinTwit is a finance thing. If you're immersed inside the stock market scene on Twitter, you'll understand what I mean. So that's it. A checkpoint on all my stats and where my goals and sights are set after this upcoming boss battle that is my 5th of my 6 CPA exams. I'll be back in a bit over a month. Zero dark mode activated. Time to focus. Ideally, 2 exams left. I've been studying post-high school since 2014. 9 fucking years. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Not sure what video I'll come back with, but I will for sure be back soon. Keep grinding. Gamification of life, out.
You gotta be fucking kidding.